Thank you so much, and welcome the media houses. I'm Chris Ngo, who is the team leader of UPC elders and leaders and FDC members who are gathered here. Today, 14th November 2025, we invited you here to give a position and make a statement in regards to the upcoming general election of 2026, specifically presidential election. Aware that we are almost set to go for voting. As Lango sub-region and UPC members, these elders and leaders sat and agreed to make sure they play their total support and mobilize to ensure President Museveni get votes in Lang come 2026. Taking into account that Lang is a stronghold or the home of Uganda People Congress, we have seen left and right and come to an agreement that we need to move together with the rest of the country to make sure we pledge our support to President Museveni, whom we have a very strong belief that he will win the upcoming election. And we cannot afford to alienate Lango region from the rest of the country in the spirit of unity, peace, security, and development. Without much ado, I will invite our secretary, Geoffrey Alex Ogwal, to read the position which we have taken and we have written down, and we have all signed. I thank you.
The press, members, leaders and elders of UPC and FDC parties in Lango sub-region. My name is Geoffrey Alex Ogwal. I'm the district chairperson, Kwania District Local Government. I'm a member of Uganda People's Congress. I take this chance to read our pronouncement that came up in the meeting held on the 13th of November at Gracious Palace, Lira City. It reads, we, the undersigned members, leaders and elders of UPC and FDC from Lango sub-region, aware that UPC party has no presidential candidate for 2026 general election due to its constitutional limitation and court cases from members. Further, aware that in the recent past, while addressing UPC party flag bearers and on Radio QFM, Lira City, Honorable Akena'S Jimmy James Michael, Member of Parliament for Lira City East and UPC party president, made a public pronouncement to the effect that those who wanted to vote for me, who had decided to vote for me, who were supporting me, don't think of giving my vote to President Museveni. Cognition of the fact that through the leadership of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda since 1986, Lango and Uganda at large enjoy peace, development, and wealth creation initiative. Now, therefore, because of the above, we resolve as follows. 1. To strongly disassociate ourselves as UPC FDC members, leaders, and elders from Lango sub-region from the public pronouncement made by Honorable Jimmy Akena. 2. To declare our unwavering support towards His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, NRM party flag bearer for presidential election in Uganda 2026-2031. And 3. To appeal to our Lango UPC FDC and the entire Lango fraternity, family members, to join us in this noble cause for unity, peace, and development of Lango and Uganda at large. I say this for God and my country. Maybe you may want me to translate in the language. Thank you for your question. We have been in Uganda for long, and we have experience of how elections are conducted in this country. As leaders, we need to give directives to the people we lead. Basing on the experience of how elections are conducted and how results come out, at a certain point, we know who is going to win an election. That's why I said we must give directive to the people we lead. 2, we don't go into election just to win an election. We go into election to ensure that election is won, or you'll be on the winning side, so that if government is formed, we are part of government. If we are part of government, we are near resources, and we are dying for resources for the people of Lango. We don't want to be, the past should tell us what happened previously and some years back. We are appealing to all people in Lango that let's support President Museveni for purposes of resources that we need to come in Lango. I made it very clear in various radio stations that right now we have very few of our children who are holding big offices like permanent secretaries, like boards and commissions, like so many mention them. We want to give him the vote so that tomorrow when we are saying, can you give some of our children offices, he says yes. We want to be part of the winning team so that if we are talking about the 5% road coverage, tarmac road that are in Lango, we said, can you increase for us, add for us more roads? We want to ensure that we are part of the transition. Look at our brothers in Acholi. Almost now you don't see vividly opposition. Why? Not because they want to join President Museveni, not because they are weak, not because they have accepted defeat, but because they want to strategize themselves so that they are part and partial of the transition. And I want to ask our people in party. Our party president is still young. There's no need to hurry. Me, myself, I lost an election and I'm not contesting. Does it mean that I'm going to die today? No. We as UPC, we should go back on the drawing board and ask ourselves, where did we go wrong? Why are we not on the ballot paper for presidency? If it is an external factor, how do we deal with it? If it is an internal factor, how do we deal with it? So that we prepare ourselves for the next election. This is not the end of election. And I want to appeal to the people of the party that other than fighting, other than doing all these things, our party president was always telling us that we shouldn't go into head-on collusion. We should negotiate. So can we sit and negotiate so that we prepare ourselves for the next election? Thank you.
And above all, our party president joined politics where Lango and Uganda was too fragile. People were in the camp. there was initiative, people went for negotiation, Juba peace talk. And through that effort, where he was able to agree with the government, President Museveni, it helped Lango and northern Uganda to leave camps and people go home. If he was able to do that, we still see that possibility that at this point, Uganda is not too fragile to the extent that they are not able to sit down and talk and Uganda move as a nation. So this election, as we are facing transition, will provide opportunity for the most senior person, President Museveni, to ensure that Lango is stitched together. By the time he's exiting, we experienced what happened in South Africa, whether Nelson Mandela was able to leave the country intact. And that is our prayer. And Lango has played a pivotal role in the independence. We still continue to play that role as a region, as a sub-region. And that is basically the position we are taking, and we will continue to pray everything come to pass.
Maybe just staying with you a little bit, Chris. So what will you be doing? What activities will this group be doing?
Methods of canvassing votes, you need to, this is one of them, to make our mind known to the press, social media, rallies, because some people here are standing. Some people are not standing, but they have ability to come out and go to rallies, to go to radio talk shows, print media, to ensure President Museveni get votes. Thank you so much for that question. We have not denounced our party president. We have only disassociated ourselves from the position he has taken. That is one. Two, the decision of the party is always taken by party organs. We have a delegate conference, we have a national council. So it will take convening of church organs to discuss the matter which we don't agree with our top leadership. Three, UPC has not fielded any candidate for presidency. So we are not going against our party president. And that is why our message here is very clear that we are aware that UPC has no presidential candidate. It's not about Akena'S, it's about UPC fielding a presidential candidate. And anybody who would have been fielded, we would have given our support. But as per now, that candidate would have been Akena'S, would have been any other person the delegate conference has endorsed. But because of our internal challenges, which we are not ready to dwell into it now, we need to take a direction because election is at the door.
And start in English.
Annual, my name is Ogutu Brian Jatim. I'm the secretary for Mobilization Organization in charge of Northern Uganda, a member of Forum for Democratic Change, and a NEC member. These decisions that we are discussing now, it is not about individuals. It is not about a person. It's about our region. And our region is more than individuals and even bigger than a political party. The question here is, as FDC, we have a candidate. But apart from that, I represent my sub-county, Kolabere, where in a broad daylight, President Museveni accepted in a rally on the 7th in Oyamboma ground. And he accepted of giving the sub-county where I represent Abe, given that he will give a district. Who am I to start fighting when I've not received that? And I think that one is a matter of the people that I represent them. Now, I am here to give my support, and those who are listening to me, on all our team, that we shall support the president, based on the agenda, based on the things that he have agreed to give us. And now our main target and purpose is that right now, what do we need as land? Do we have hope that we can change the government? Do we have hope that we can fight and then take over power? And if we cannot, what is the best mechanism that we can use? Is to find a way that we can be part and part of the government by supporting them, and then we also ask for what we want. It is about give and take. And I see a lot of risk in going on confrontation discussions. Because, if I may ask, we demonstrated in Lira Kambini Road. I was not part of them, all of us. Now that we have Kambini Road, what are we going to demonstrate again? We have talked about no Akibwa, no vote. There's no Akibwa construction going on. We have talked about the road, Puranga Road, the road is now there. The purpose of coming together and say, let's support him, so that the projects that he has already accepted to give us, we are able to say, give us the project. It's not about individuals. And I want to tell Lama, this is the time to open up our eyes to see what does Lama want. I remember when we were in UTC, we went and gave Lama agenda. And right now, part of the Lama agenda has been implemented. But we have remained with them. How do we pursue? We only can pursue that agenda by coming together and say, let's give our support for now, and then make sure we request for what has remained, and we are able to get. If an institution is given, a new district is given to us, like Abe, how many unemployed people will be employed in Abe? When the employment comes, there's nothing to do with the political party.
Exactly.
It will be the children of Ilango, the children of Uganda who have been educated, that are going to be cows, that are going to be engineers, that are going to work there. 2, we don't have anybody contesting from land. Now, we need to see what is happening in our region, and then we focus on what we want. The purpose of this meeting and the purpose of calling this is to have a playground where all of us can negotiate for a common cause for the land. And that is what we need. And I want to state this very clear, that I will never, ever change from my political party. But I will speak for the people that I represent them as a leader. Because that is representation. And I want to assure you, my people are demanding that the president should fulfill his pledge. Right now, we have a Bodala Nyoro construction going on. A big project. These are things that I represent my area and the opportunity that are coming to it. So, members, I don't have much to say. But all I want to say, the discussion we're having here is not about individual benefit. And I want to tell you, we are beyond the individual benefit. Because I drive, I sleep in a good house, I do my business, there is free exit, I can move at night, I can move anywhere. So thinking about money being given to any of us is a waste of time. And we should focus on what do we need. And I'm requesting all language across political parties, let us cooperate for this agenda. Let us pursue what has already remained, so that we are able to get it in 5 years. This Muse is now old. If you were dealing with an old man, you got to get a very good tactic in order for you not to get a curse. And the only tactic we can get is to support him for this election and request him in a low tone that is able to give us what we want. And basically, it's about the future of land. Somebody may ask a question that what do you think it can happen? And I want to assure you, if we give the president the vote, we will get what we want. And because we will ask him in the broad daylight, because this will not die. Yeah. This fresh conference will not die. These voices will not die. Then we shall go to him. But we have given you the vote. What will you give us? It's about give and what? Give and take. But when you go and fight, what do you think we can get? And I want to tell you, we have remained behind. We should use this opportunity. How can the old land have about 5% road network? Move to Anaka, who's a small town council. There are tarmac all over the town council. Do which town council here in Lango that has tarmac? Because our focus was fighting. I think now fighting will not help us. Let us come and have a playground that is ready for everybody and see how we can focus to develop land as a team, in forgetting about our political differences. I think that should be our focus.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's a very right question. I don't want to preempt that my candidate, Nathan Nandala Makpabe, is not competent. He is competent, but for the purpose of the institution, the issue at hand now in the Lango is beyond the candidate of anybody else. Nandala Makpabe is a competent person. He's an economist. He's a person with knowledge. But for the issue we have at hand now, the person who can address it is the person who have already started doing it, that we need to continue, and then until he does that, while we prepare to take over after we have really got what we want from here. That will benefit all of us. I think basically that's what I can tell you.